Hello everyone, welcome back to Khalid Tech Connect. As you know, my name is Khalid and today we are continuing this series of computer fundamentals. This series will help to understand the most important topics of information technology. So if you're new in the field of information technology or would like to join the field of information technology, then this series will help to understand the basics and advanced parts of information technology. So in today's lesson, we are talking about types of computer. To understand types of computers that we are currently using in the world, I would like to invite you to stay and watch this video until the end. And if you like this video, do not forget to subscribe our channel and comment to this video. So before it's late, let's start our presentation. Okay, as I previously mentioned that today we are talking about types of computers. So before talking about types of computer, we have to understand what is a computer. So when we talk about a computer, we talk about the core functions of a computer. So a computer is an electronic machine. It's an electronic machine which gets the input, process those inputs using the instructions that we gave to the computer, and either gave us an output in the form of a printout, in the form of a video, in the form of a voice, or in the monitor that we can see, or it can save those data and information in the storage so that we can have them access in the later. So these are the four functionality of a computer is input, then the process, and then give us an output, or store that information for the future use. So these are the four core functions of a computer. Now that we understand the computer, we talk about types of computers. So the first type of computer that we are talking about is a supercomputer. A supercomputer is an extremely powerful computer which is designed to perform very large, complex, and heavy calculation tasks at a very incredibly high speed. So they are very massive. The supercomputers have got very large capacity of storage, very large processors, and of course very large memory, so that they can carry out very complex tasks. They are used for a specific task that we will talk about in the next slide, but they are working parallel, which means combined and the measurement is in flops, which means thousands to millions of processor cores working together, like not a regular CPU. They are the massive memory and massive storage to handle huge data sets. So they are very high speed interconnects to move the data quickly between processors and advanced cooling systems. Then what these supercomputers are used for, so why we are using those powerful supercomputers. So we have got some areas that we are using those supercomputers, like weather and climate modeling. So for the weather and climate modeling, as we know, for example, we are using the weather forecasting, for example. Okay, we do the weather forecasting for a month, for a week, for tomorrow, whether it's snowing, whether it's raining, or whether it's cloudy. So with the help of the supercomputers, we do the modeling and also the prediction of the weathers nowadays, for example. Then we use them for the nuclear research and simulation. We use them for of course, for astrophysics and studying the universe, to study the universe. Nowadays we are in the moon, we are in the space, and that's with the help of the supercomputers. Then we drug discovery and molecular modeling. Of course, they are also used for finding and studying different diseases that we are having in different hospitals. Researchers are using those supercomputers to study the different diseases and also find out the solutions for our diseases nowadays. Then they are also used for cryptography and code breaking, AI model training, and simulation. So these are some areas that we are using the supercomputers for. And then the next slide is about some types of the supercomputers that we are having today. So these types of supercomputer we use nowadays are the vector processing supercomputers, the parallel supercomputers, distributed supercomputers, cluster supercomputers, quantum supercomputers, exascale supercomputers. So these are some types of supercomputers that we use in different areas, in different domains. Yeah, so this is the supercomputer. Then the next type of computer we are talking is a mainframe computer. So what's a mainframe computer? So this is the second powerful computer in the world. So they are not as powerful as supercomputer, but of course they are much powerful. So a mainframe computer is a high performance, extremely reliable and secure data processing systems. They are designed to handle massive volumes of transaction for larger organizations. So the mainframe computers can process up to 1 trillion web transaction per day. So they are very massive. They are extremely high processing power. They've got massive memory and massive storage. They are highly reliable, highly secure, and they are multi-user and multitasking scalability. So unlike supercomputers, they are multitasking and also multi-user, and they can be scalable, which means we can we can scale, we can add extra memory or storage or processor to them, and they are very powerful computers. So what are the mainframe computers used for? So the mainframe computers are used for banking and financial transaction. Like for example, we have got big banking systems, like there are many big banks that are active in all over the world. So to store the data of millions or 100 millions of users, they have to use the mainframe computer. Then we use the airline reserve for airline reservations. Of course, we have got airports in the world. I mean, with daily thousands of flights that they are managing, they cannot do that on a personal computer. So they have to use the mainframe computer. So that's a very important domain or area that we use the mainframe computers. The government and data processing, of course, most of governments are managing billions of people. They need to manage the data about the billion. For example, China, 1,400 million people, like India, around 1,400 million data. They need to use the mainframe computers to process all those information and data of their people in the country. The retail transaction system, insurance and healthcare systems, so large scale enterprise databases, very large databases, the mainframe computers are used for. So these are some areas that we are using the mainframe computers. And then some types of mainframe computers are there. We have got the traditional mainframe computers, a modern mainframe computer, batch-oriented mainframe computers, so transaction-oriented mainframe computers, cloud integrated mainframe computers, plug compatible mainframe computers. So these are some types of mainframe computers that we have and we are using nowadays. Then yeah, the next type of computer we are talking about is the mid-range computer, or we also call them servers and mini computers. I hope this video doesn't bore you all. So I'll try to explain it as much as I can, and I hope it gets interesting for you. So the next type of computer is a mid-range computer. So mid-range computers are formally called mini computers. So they are not as fast as mainframe computers, and also not as slow as personal computers. So they are in the middle of personal computers and also mainframe computers. So the mid-range computers are they set between personal computer and mainframe computer. They are powerful, they are multi-user, and then they are designed for organization which needs strong processing capabilities without the massive scale of mainframe. So there are organizations or companies that they do not need a mainframe computer because it's not easy to afford a mainframe computer, except the governments or most rich companies that they need the mainframe computers. So that's why the other mid-range companies, they use the mid-range computers. So mid-range computers are medium-sized machines which support multiple users, so they can provide support to multiple users, like 100 to thousands or 10 to 10 thousands of users at the same time. Historically, they were used in labs, universities, and medium-sized businesses. What mid-range computers are used for? So why we are using those mid-range computers? We use them in departmental servers like finance, HR, logistics. Like each company have got different departments like supply chains, finance, of course HR. So for those companies that have got different departments, then we are using the mid-range computers, mid-range servers, so that we can support all those departments. We can create different departments. We can create different data for those departments using the mid-range computers, like database hosting. So we use those matrix servers for hosting of our databases. So different companies have got their own databases, so they install the databases on the server and provide services to their users and to their employees, like Oracle, SQL Server, and then we have got IBM or DB2. So we use those databases and on the servers. Then we have got ERP systems, SAP, Oracle, or an Oracle ERP, manufacturing and warehouse control systems, university and research computing, virtualization and private cloud workloads. I'm not going to explain all of them because it might not be very interesting, but and some types of mid-range computers are also there. So we have got workstation mini computers, we have got mid-range computers or mid-range servers, multi-user mini computers, super mini computers, clustered mini computers, industrial mini computers. So these are some types of mid-range servers or mid-range computers that we have and we are using. Then the next type of computer we are talking is a personal computer. Of course, we all know the personal computers everyone knows about, but here also I would like to discuss this, explain this type of computer, though we all have a personal computer, but it's good to have it here and explain it. A personal computer is a digital computer which is designed to be used by one person. So a personal computer has got just a CPU, a central processing unit, or a RAM, or a storage by itself. So it has got everything on one piece that we can use it on our daily life. So we can use it on our office, on our home. And then they are designed for individual use, so only one person can use those computers. They are multitasking, which means we can install multiple applications inside the computer, and we can use them for the word processing, for Excel, for PowerPoint, for video streaming, for web browsing, and different things. Then yeah, I have included some areas that we use those personal computers. So like everyday use, like internet browsing, email and communication, word processing, online banking, video calls, professional use, office work, project management, accounting, customer services, marketing, creative and technical use, video editing, graphic design, 3D modeling, software development, data analysis, and many other things that we use those personal computers, which are not included here. So the personal computers are widely used and they are available almost in everyone's home, in each organization, each company, each bank, for almost all employees. Yeah, and then some types of personal computer that we have. We have got a desktop computer, of course, the desktop computers that we put, I mean, it means desktop, which means you just put the computer on top of a desk, so you cannot, it's not portable, you cannot take it with you anywhere. Like then we have got the laptops and notebooks they are portable and we can carry those laptops with us anywhere. Then we have got all-in-one PCs, workstations, and gaming PCs. So these are some types of personal computers that we use. And then, yeah, the last type of computer we are talking about is embedded computers. So, of course, the embedded computers, I always say that we do see those computers a lot, but we never think that they are computers. So nowadays, our all the equipments that we can see, like a washing machine, like a refrigerator, like an oven, like even our cars, they all have got dashboards. They have got digital screens. They are all computers. What type of computer they are? So they are embedded computers. So embedded computers are a special purpose computing system which are designed to perform a dedicated function, so designed to do a specific task. They are very small. They are supposed to be doing one task. They are reliable and of course extremely efficient. So they are dedicated function, real-time operation, low power and compact size, so high reliability, minimal user interactions, and cost efficient. So we don't use them, we don't interact a lot with those type of computers. Then we have got so where we use those computers, where we use those embedded computers. So we have got consumer electronics like smart TVs, washing machines, microwave ovens, digital cameras, gaming consoles, and then an automotive systems, engine control units or ECUs, dashboards, airbags, ABS, anti-lock braking systems. And industrial environment, we use like robotic arms, sensor networks, assembly line controllers, medical devices, pacemaker, infusion pumps, diagnostic machines, wearables, healthcare monitors, and IoT and smart devices like home assistants, smartwatches, fitness trackers, telecommunication like routers, access points, modems, base stations. So these are some embedded computers that we use and we see every day, but of course we don't think that they're computer, but they are all computer. Just the names are embedded computer. Some types of embedded computers, so standalone embedded systems, real-time embedded systems, network embedded systems, mobile embedded systems, small scale embedded systems, medium scale embedded systems, large scale embedded systems. You can see there are different types of embedded systems that we are using in our daily life. And I hope this lesson have been interesting and you have learned something from this lesson. So this was the last slide for types of computer, and then in the next slide I've got to test your knowledge. So to test your knowledge, I've got two questions. So the first question is, which of the following best describes a mid-range computer? A multi-user system designed for departmental or organizational tasks. B, a compact device embedded in consumer electronics. C, a small single-user personal computer. D, a large scale system used for national weather simulations. So the answer is, of course, A, multi-user system which is designed for departmental or organizational tasks. Then the next question is, which of these are a common use case for mid-range computers? A, simulating nuclear reaction. B, controlling robotic arms in assembly line. C, running embedded firmware in a smartwatch. D, hosting enterprise resource planning or ERP systems. So the answer to this is, of course, D, hosting enterprise resources planning or ERP systems. Thank you so much for being until end of this video. I hope you have learned something and it has been interesting to you all. Until next video, I wish you all the best.